Good day, class. Today, we will explore 4 key curriculum implementation models. These models guide how educational changes are introduced, responded to, and institutionalized. The models are: 1. ORC Model, Overcoming Resistance to Change. 2. LOC Model, Leadership Obstacle Course. 3. Linkage Model. 4. RCA Model, RAN Change Agent. Let's start with the first model. ORC Model, Overcoming Resistance to Change. This model emphasizes that the success of curriculum implementation largely depends on how effectively the developer influences its users, teachers, students, and society. It views change in 2 stages. 1. Initiation stage. Involves introducing the change, creating awareness, building motivation, addressing concerns. The focus here is on preparing educators and stakeholders for the reform. 2. Incorporation/innovation stage. Integrates the change into regular practices, addresses barriers, ensures sustainability through continuous support, professional development, and monitoring. This model also talks about developmental stages of concern. Let's quickly go through them. 1. Unrelated concerns. People are distracted by personal or unrelated issues. These are not directly related to the change. Examples: personal life challenges, organizational issues, existing frustrations. Strategy: address unrelated issues or provide support. 2. Personal concerns. Concerned with, what does this mean for me? Worries about job security, roles, skills, or status. Strategy: provide emotional support, reassurance, and training. 3. Task-related concerns. Worries about how to implement the change in day-to-day tasks. Questions about tools, processes, and ability to execute. Strategy: provide clear instructions, resources, and hands-on training. 4. Impact-related concerns. Focuses on long-term effects of the change. Questions about organizational impact, benefits, and effect on others. Strategy: communicate long-term goals, highlight success, reinforce contribution to vision. Here's a sample situation where the ORC model, Overcoming Resistance to Change, is applied. A junior high school implements an inquiry-based math curriculum to promote problem-solving and critical thinking. During the initiation stage, teachers attend orientation and workshops, but some express hesitation about shifting from traditional methods. The school addresses unrelated concerns by supporting teachers facing personal issues. As personal concerns arise, such as fear of increased workload or job insecurity, the administration offers reassurance and professional development. When teachers raise task-related concerns like managing group work or assessing open-ended tasks, the school provides hands-on training and teaching materials. As the curriculum takes root, impact-related concerns surface, with teachers questioning long-term results. In response, the school shares positive student outcomes and celebrates teaching success. Eventually, with continuous support, the new approach becomes part of everyday practice. Second model is LOC Model, Leadership Obstacle Course. This model views staff resistance as a difficult barrier and emphasizes the importance of data collection to assess the level and nature of resistance. Educational change here is also a 3-stage process. 1. Initiation. 2. Attempted implementation. 3. Incorporation. It includes a feedback and monitoring system to check whether solved problems tend to reappear. For successful implementation, the following conditions should be met. 1. Clear understanding of the innovation. Educators and stakeholders must fully understand what the change or innovation is all about. This includes its goals, processes, and expected outcomes. Without clarity, people may resist or misapply the change. 2. Development of relevant skills. Teachers and implementers must be equipped with the necessary competencies to carry out the innovation. Training and capacity building are essential so that they feel confident and capable. 3. Availability of materials and equipment. Even the best plans will fail without the proper tools. Instructional materials, technology, and other resources must be readily available to support implementation effectively. 4. Modified organizational structure, if necessary. Sometimes, the innovation may require changes in how the school or institution operates, such as adjustments in roles, responsibilities, or reporting lines, to align with the new practices. 5. Motivation to spend the required time and effort. Implementation requires commitment. Stakeholders must be motivated to invest their time and energy. This motivation can be fostered through leadership support, recognition, and demonstrating the value of the change. It's like running an obstacle course. You need training, the right gear, and a support team cheering you on. Here is a sample situation where the LOC model, Leadership Obstacle Course, is applied. In a rural elementary school, the Department of Education mandates the use of mother tongue-based multilingual education, MTBMLE, from kindergarten to grade 3. When the school head announces this change, many teachers express resistance, citing discomfort in using the local language and the lack of materials. To understand their concerns, the principal collects data through surveys and informal interviews. Results show that most teachers need training and resources. During the initial implementation, difficulties arise, teachers struggle with instruction, and parents express doubts. In response, the school arranges workshops, develops materials with the help of the community, and creates a feedback system to monitor progress. Over time, with continuous support and adjustments, the teachers gradually accept the reform and improve delivery. This situation reflects the LOC model, where resistance is addressed through understanding, support, and structured feedback. Third model is Linkage Model. This model is about building bridges, linking problems with the right innovations. This model stresses that problems and innovations should be matched through the establishment of linkages. It involves two systems. The user system, the people who experience the problems, like schools or teachers. The resource system, the experts or universities who can provide solutions. The resource system should be clearly informed of users' problems. This enables a continuous cycle of 1. Diagnosis, 2. Retrieval, 3. Creation of solutions, 4. Dissemination, 5. Evaluation. So it's a partnership. The key here is communication and collaboration. Here's a sample situation that illustrates the use of the linkage model. In a rural school, teachers noticed that students struggled with standard math problems that didn't relate to their daily experiences. To address this, the school user system partnered with a nearby university resource system to develop a culturally responsive math curriculum. The university team conducted classroom observations, interviewed teachers and students, and created lesson plans based on local contexts like farming and community practices. After training the teachers and implementing the new materials, students showed greater engagement and improved performance. This example shows how the linkage model matches local problems with appropriate innovations through collaboration between schools and external experts. Fourth model is RCA model, RAN Change Agent. This model highlights organizational dynamics as the primary barrier to change. This model believes that the main barriers to change are the organizational dynamics, its culture, communication, and leadership styles. Organizational dynamics refer to the interactions, relationships, behaviors, power structures, communication patterns, decision-making processes, and cultural norms within an organization. Like others, it follows 3 stages. 1. Initiation. This is where the idea or proposal for change is introduced. Planning begins, and initial support is gathered. It involves creating awareness and preparing the organization for what's coming. 2. Implementation. The proposed change is put into action. During this phase, teachers, administrators, and staff start to apply the changes in actual practice. Success depends on the organization's ability to respond, adapt, and manage resistance. 3. Incorporation. The change becomes part of the organization's routine and culture. For the incorporation stage to be effective, the following must be considered. The characteristics of the proposed change. The abilities of the academic and administrative staff. The readiness of the local community. The organizational structure. Think of this model like navigating a river. If the current's organizational dynamics are too strong, you'll need to adjust your boat, your tools, and even your timing. Here's a sample situation that demonstrates the application of the RCA model. In a rural elementary school implementing mother tongue-based multilingual education, organizational dynamics significantly influenced the process. Initially, resistance emerged due to unclear communication, traditional teaching norms, and uncertainty in leadership roles. During implementation, teachers lacked collaboration, reverted to old practices, and felt unsupported, reflecting weak internal relationships and decision-making structures. To incorporate the change, the principal restructured support systems, encouraged peer mentoring, and involved the community, improving communication, building trust, and aligning staff and community efforts. These shifts in organizational dynamics, power structures, communication, and cultural norms were crucial in overcoming resistance and embedding the reform into school culture. Summary. Each model provides a unique lens for understanding how to implement curriculum effectively. ORC focuses on developmental concerns and change adoption. LOC emphasizes leadership and overcoming barriers with feedback. Linkage connects problems with solutions through collaboration. RCA considers deeper organizational factors influencing change. Let's reflect. Which model do you think is most applicable in your current or future teaching context, and why?